Alright folks, I'm back in here. I swore I wasn't gonna video today because I didn't want to, I was just gonna be too much thinking, but I just called my mother. She doesn't live here, so she can't help me with this stuff, but I called her to get her a professional opinion on a lot of things, and I know what I'm gonna do now, and so out of gratitude to her for inspiring me and helping me figure things out, I'm going to show you what I'm going to be changing, because I did all this work yesterday and then I went home and was like, I don't like it, that's so not me. And so now I've talked to her and come up with some really good ideas and I want to show you. Okay, step number 1, this board will be moving. This whole section of board that's extra, you can see that little X right there. This is extra after the maps go up, and so I'm gonna make this into the centers board. I may or may not still use that magnet board, but this will be the centers rotation board. Months are going under there. That's still normal, so that's the first big change. Second big change, I'm terrible about hanging up work on these kinds of things, and I just felt it was really inauthentic to me, but I also felt bad taking it down and not displaying student work. So she gave me the really good idea to center this title between this wall and then hang up some twine and clothespins along here with the student's name on each of them, and then they will pick their own exemplary work to hang up on there. And that way they can be responsible for it. So they'll pick, hey, like, Miss Stone, I'm really proud of this. Hang it up on the wall. Hey, actually, I'm really proud of this one. We switch it out. So the kids are responsible for putting up their best work. And that way it's a chance for them to kind of show off their work. And then if you notice the kid who doesn't put anything up ever, you can focus specifically on helping them find a quality piece of work. But then it becomes a place for the students to display their work instead of me always picking the same students and forgetting to fill it up. Anyway, so all this paper will come down. This will get centered, and then I'm going to hang up 2 clotheslines along there. I may or may not end up having to move the globe because of that. Okay, next major change. I had the wonderful board here. It's awkward to have it down so low. So that is moving to right here in this section where these jobs are. Those aren't going to go there anymore. So the board's going to go right here next to my whiteboard. That way I have access to it when we're doing morning meeting, but the kids also have easier access to it. Okay, then class jobs are going to go here. I'm going to take down this poster and put it somewhere else. I'm not sure yet, but the class jobs will go right here, because that way when we're doing calendar, the jobs will be right there. It'll be easy to look at and see. Okay, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, I'm going to put the "you have not failed until you quit trying" quote here, and then my little cartwheeling hippopotamus is going to go underneath it. So those are the things I've decided to update or change. I'm feeling really good about this. Bless my mother for being willing to FaceTime me and help me figure out what to do, because it's hard to do your classroom by yourself, and I didn't even know where to begin anymore, and I didn't like any of it, but she has helped me figure it out. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to film it because it just honestly is too complicated, but I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, so I've started on the line to hang this up. I just want to show you what I'm doing here. So I knew this twine wasn't going to be strong enough to hold up everybody's pictures, so the twine is on there more just for the appearance. And then I found out that these little thumbtacks that I have fit in the clothespin that has a hole in it with it still being open. So I've got these clothespins and these little thumbtacks, and you just put the tack through the hole on the clothespin right there, and then that goes into the twine. The twine's ending up being more of a guide to keep them lined up. And then to measure them exactly, I've got the piece of paper. So I put that up first, and then I just cut out a strip of tape that's 4.5 inches long. And so I just measure from that over so that I can put up all the clothespins equally spaced. So I'm going to do 2 rows all the way across here, swapping colors and stuff. That will hold all their work, but that way the pressure's not on the line, but it still looks like the clothespins are hanging on the line. So yeah. Okay, it's all up. I ended up having to do a mini row down here because that thing is in the way, so I can't put a clip right there, and I was short a couple, so there's a mini one there. And if my class list shrinks, then that'll come down. But for now, That's there. I like this so much better than the other thing. It's great. I'm gonna do the birthday wall and then the wonderful board. So here it goes. Look how good the birthday board turned out. So I used to have my spelling and high frequency words on these to put up on the word wall, but I've decided to do a whiteboard word wall this year. So I just turned them over and used just a Crayola marker to write the months on there, and use some nifty measuring tricks with tape and stuff again. And then what I do is I take a picture of the students holding a little card that has the date of their birthday on it and just put it under the month. So like I would hold a 17 and go under the March, for example. Anyway, on to the Wonder Board. Okay, so I'm still here. It's 4 o'clock, so I'm trying to finish up the last couple things before I go, but I am working on putting this quote on the wall right now. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at looking at the camera. I feel like I'm like always staring off. Anyway, I'm doing this quote. So there's the hippo, and then I put up those tape lines to help me make it straight, and I'm just putting the double-sided tape on the back of them, and now I'm going to put the rest up on the wall. I put the tape on the wrong side of this letter. Looks so good. The quit is a little squished right there, but oh, look at it. So proud. I put that up all by myself and it actually looks straight and stuff. That's awesome. Okay, today has been super productive. Way better than yesterday. I feel super good about everything that I got accomplished today. Like I'm not going to come back in and take it down. And my list of to-dos is shrinking steadily. So I think I'm actually going to make it. So let's take a look at how it looks now. Okay, so I hung this. I'm really impressed that I did that whole thing by myself and it's like even. I had to trim a lot of it, but that's going to become the writing board. So I need to figure out how I'm going to do the title for it, and then that little stack of papers is the things that go on it. I changed up over here so that the jobs will eventually probably go right here if I can get them to fit, and then I made this board. I just used an X-Acto knife to cut out the middle right here so that this could stick directly to the wall. But there's our Wonder Board. This is my focus wall stuff. Last year I had it like along the bottom, so I'm testing out this setup. It's okay. I'm gonna leave it hanging up there tonight and we'll see how I feel about it in the morning. I hung up this wow work. I call it hippo-tastic work because like I said, I have a hippo theme. For example, there's my little hippo party mist right there. So that way there's a clothespin for each kid and they can choose a piece of work that they're proud of to hang up there. Thank you, Mom, for that idea. Got the birthdays all set up. Like I said before, I take a picture of the kids and put them under there, so that'll get filled in once I have actual students. I put this quote up. I'm super impressed how straight and linear and stuff like that it turned out. That's Helga. She's my little cartwheeling hippo. My cousin drew that for me. Back before we had the projector working, so she freehanded that, bless her heart. I have all the labels for the bins, but I didn't cut them out, so that's one of my things I'm going to do tonight while I'm like watching TV. And I still don't know what to do about this projector card situation, so I have left that for another day. I moved all the extra desks and chairs into this back room so that I could see what my room would actually look like, and then I condensed all of my extra, like, not necessarily trash, but like pieces of things to one table, so the room actually looks somewhat clean right now. So this is my current to-do list. Most of this stuff I have all the equipment to do, I just need to actually do it, and then at the end I'll plan all the things. So a lot of this has to be done at school, so I'm hoping tomorrow will be my very last day in the classroom setting up. It has to be pretty much because I'm going to need about 2 days to plan everything, and my family's coming into town. I have a family reunion and stuff, so I have to finish ASAP. But guys, this is just so much more me. And that was my big issue yesterday, is I felt like I was just trying to copy all the other like Instagram teachers. And in a lot of ways this year I have, like with all my color-coded bins and organizing and stuff and quotes on the wall, but this is still very much me and my way of doing it. And bless my mother for helping me figure all of that out. That pile of stuff on the table right there, by the way, is things that I'm going to return, I think. I bought 4 rolls of that wrapping paper, and so far have pretty much only used it here. All the other paper that I've hung up in the room, other than that, was stuff that I actually had saved from last year. So I'm debating whether or not to return it or to keep it in case I teach for a million more years and they stop selling it. And then those are all empty. I just got those from a teacher, but I like the colors way better than my ugly green ones, so I think I'm going to use that to file the copies for the year that are in that bin. So I didn't quit trying, so I didn't fail. I think it was a pretty good day. Thank you so much for being understanding of my individuality and trying to figure out how I want to do this and not copying the rest of the crowd. I hope that you are inspired by the things that you see, but don't feel like you have to go and change your life to match the kinds of things I'm doing. That's so not why I like taking videos of what I do in my life. But it sometimes turns into that when I start watching a lot of other people's like vlogging type things, as I'm like, oh, I need to be like them. But it's about you and doing your thing. So that's kind of what today was about. Anyway, I'm gonna go home. See ya.